Hey man.
King Ramsey.
I may have to go
Hey,
back and rewatch Courage later on tonight, just so I can watch it. Oh my
It's a
god.
curse. But niggas was scared of that episode, right? Like niggas was scared of that episode.
Yeah, I'm like,
Man,
how are y'all scared of that episode?
man, I'm never scared of nothing. Anytime something about to scare me, I say, "Hey there, fear, get behind me."
Oh my god.
I, I laugh at fear. I'm that kind of nigga that watch a scary movie and we wind to the quote unquote scary parts and just watch it. Like I'm the kind of nigga that watches true crime documentaries and
Mm,
stuff like that just to be interested in how they murder the motherfuckers or some shit. You know,
mm, mm.
I'm like I mean watch that shit late at night.
Yeah.
crime, crime.
Like I'm that kind of nigga that used to watch some E. Y'all remember when the E Network before they got infested by the Kardashians?
You
They had this little
Yeah, they
special
had the,
called
the the true Hollywood stories and
Yeah 20 horrifying Hollywood murders. I
yeah,
loved
yeah, I
watching.
remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
Yo, like no lie, I used to watch that shit like eight times a fucking 8 times and shit like that 24/7 because that shit was just
Mm,
so fucking ill. Like
mm.
I don't know, I was just so very fuck. I was just doing some fucked up shit. Oh shit. But you know what I hear about scary movies when the special effects are whack.
What was it?
I said I hear how some scary movies when the special effects are whack
Mm-hmm.
or they try too hard it just ruins the movie.
Mm. It'd be like that sometimes.
Right. Yeah, so I said we got to
Yeah,
talk about a better album. I said we got to talk about a better album after this shit we talked about.
Oh, you know what's one thing I miss that we would do all the time that we used to do
that
sometimes?
shit garbage.
What?
That shit is
Reacting
bad.
to certain music videos.
Yeah, because like copyright got out of my ass and shit.
Oh yeah, don't you hate that?
Right. But let Needle Drop do that shit. He'll get away with it.
Mm.
It's this. I don't know. How's your day been, Troy? How's your day been, Troy?
I'm good, man.
I'm chilling. That's what's up. That's what's up. The weather feels so fucking good today.
I know, I know. I was out there not long ago and it felt nice. But my only issue is like whenever spring
It's raining over
comes
here.
around is it's the trees. You know when they start to bloom and the trees be stinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like.
You said it's raining
That's
over
my
there?
no, but over the I think
Yeah,
over the
it's been raining the whole
weekend.
day.
Mm, not on my end. I know we're supposed to get rain. I think either tomorrow or Friday, something like that.
Yeah.
Not too sure. I just gotta look at my weather updates on my phone just to be sure.
Yeah, I know it might rain later on. That's why I'm about to do some deliveries and get some money.
Hmm.
I was like, because these lazy asses, I ain't gonna go outside and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they do it. Okay. What up, Q? What up, Ray?
What's up?
Hmm. Yeah, man. Today's election day, local elections.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. North Carolina's on that list for today, and I voted.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, yeah. The one thing that pretty much everyone needs to go vote because I'm sick and tired of hearing people complaining about, oh, our so-called elected officials aren't doing what they need to do to help us and all that. Okay, if you're not happy about it, do something about it. Vote so you can get someone better in a better position to run or to be elected in whatever spot that's within your district, so that way they can make meaningful changes and do the work that needs to be done wherever you live. That's it.
Respect.
Exactly. Just stop complaining. Now, when it comes down to who we got to elect for presidency this year, that's a whole other story.
oh, oh, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, buddy. I'm
yeah.
already ready for that shenanigans.
I'll be real. I'm kind of scared, especially with recent turn of events, with some of the states putting Trump back on the ballot when they took him off in the first place. I'm like, oh shit.
I'm not going through another lockdown.
Or potential government shutdown or whatever.
No, no, I'm not. We're not. We're not doing that again. We're not.
We're not going through that shit again.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, the only way we're gonna make meaningful changes is voting.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Ah,
You okay, buddy?
yep.
Oh, I get it. You're still recovering from last night's review. I get it.
Yes, it was that bad.
What it was that bad?
Yeah,
Ashley,
What?
blank face.
I,
I mean, not
I
blank face. But all this shit. Blue lips. That shit was
Blue
terrible.
Lips. I'd rather listen to a black album than that. That's how bad the review was.
Oh damn.
That shit was awful. I
My
don't know why
big
people
toe.
were saying it was good.
Yo, when I heard the album, my big toe started twitching. Anytime my big toe starts twitching, that means the album is far from trash. It's just horrendous.
Oh my god.
It was so bad, I had to stop the album and play LL Cool J's "Mama Said Knock You Out."
Oh my god.
It was so bad.
Mm.
I almost played some Phil Collins music, like.
Wait, you always play Genesis?
Yes, we had to.
Mm.
And I'm not even a Phil Collins fan like that.
I don't
Yeah,
understand how
I remember you saying that during the last review we did.
people sit up there and be like, "Oh, this is such a great album. This is the best album of the year." Where?
Yeah, Reggie
Your
mentioned that to me before you hopped on, saying that people are already talking about, oh, it's the album of the year, and I'm
no,
like,
it's not.
we in March and we're not even at
Far
the
from
end
it.
of the year, so how in the
There's no
world?
album of the year that right now. They did this with Benny's
Not
album.
now,
Benny's album
no,
wasn't great.
no, no. It's
Benny's
too
album
early.
was
It's too
good. It's
early
not
to be
no
talking about
album of the
album of the
year.
year.
The
Hell,
minute
the
Benny
game's
album came
album.
out, the minute Benny's album came out, everybody was like, "Oh, it's the album of the year." It's not the album of the year. They
No.
bugging.
Hell, hell, the game's albums shits on both Benny and Schoolboy Q. I'm sorry. Game
I
and Hit
agree.
Boy.
I agree. That
Yeah,
was
y'all
better.
can talk shit about the game y'all want, but like I said before, when he puts in work, he puts in work.
Yeah,
That's all that fucking matters. He put in the fucking work. I listened to this album, Blue Lips. First of all, I thought this
that shit
motherfucker
was
eat some
bad.
candy or some shit.
That shit was
Yeah,
bad.
it was horrendous.
That shit was
And
not
I was
good.
like, this is Schoolboy. I was like, okay, Crash Talk wasn't great. I didn't like the album. I was like, okay, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide because you came out with some heat before. But nigga, this is there was like 4 beat switches in one song that was less than 3 minutes.
Right?
How the fuck is there 4 beat switches in one song?
All too many beat switches. He was trying to be too different.
He was trying to rap like Big Sean.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Actually, this is how he was rapping. Raindrops, Blueprint, Blue Lips, Chocolate. That hashtag rap,
Raindrop.
singing,
Drop top.
Whitney Houston,
Oh my god.
Mariah Carey,
Nigga
Blue
sound like
Chips.
Migos on that shit.
Oh my god.
Back in love with this shit. Back in
Raindrop.
love with this shit. Back in
Raindrop.
love.
Drop top.
What the
I was
My
so
bitches
I
is
was
bad and
like,
bougie. I thought I was listening to Migos. My bitches is
Oh
bad and
my
bougie. My
god.
bitches is bad
I
and
thought I was
bougie.
listening to wow. I'd rather listen to culture too than this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are the same motherfuckers that talk mad shit about Kendrick Mr.
Mm,
Morales album.
exactly.
That's a much more
Exactly.
superior album.
10 times better. 10 times better than that album.
Oh, but I forgot. That's too mature for everybody, right?
Mm.
That's too mature.
The fuck that mean?
But
Too mature.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this album.
Yeah.
I'm already watching Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ashley. Just letting you know.
Oh.
All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Reggie, and yes, I'm still alive after last night's review.
So am I. How did I survive?
I got my homeboy
Horrendous.
trying to build him. Light
Horrendous
skin
reviews we
Jordan.
doing. Was good.
Yeah, light skin Jordan. I got my homegirl from Central, the best HBCU in the world. I have to say that shit right now. Ashley in the building. How you doing?
Facts. Facts. Yes.
And yes, not only do we entertain, we educate. Just letting y'all motherfuckers know. So,
You don't know now.
oh,
You
let me,
know.
nigga.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm kind of in a good mood today. As you can tell, but because we're talking about one of my favorite R&B albums
Yeah.
of that decade, Monica, The Boy Is Mine.
Mm-hmm.
This album came out July 14th, 1998 on Arista Records. This is actually her second album, 3 years after Miss Thang. This was known for singles like The Boy Is Mine, The First Night, Angel of Mine, Inside, Silent Symphony, Gonna Be Fire, Right Here Waiting. I would also say For You I Will, even though that was on the Space Jam soundtrack, technically it was still a single. So technically.
It's on you.
Right. Producers, Crypt Keeper Clive Davis, Dallas Austin are the executive producers. Leslie Brathwaite, Jermaine Dupri, David Foster, Rodney Jerkins, Tony Maserati, Brandy, Dale Simmons, Dexter Simmons, and Colin Wolfe. Guest appearances include Brandy, Outkast, and 112. All right, so we've done a review on Miss Thing, which is pretty much the only Monica review that we've done at this point, which I know I'm slacking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually want to get more for albums and stuff like that too. Like,
I have a few of her stuff. I think the most recent album I just bought that I got yesterday was, let me see, what was it? Yesterday I got her album Still Standing.
That's the one I need. That's actually my favorite album she came out with.
Yeah, I got Still Standing, and I also have
Ooh,
her album. What's the name of it? Code Red.
that was okay. That was alright. Yeah, but yeah. This collection video, I gotta come out with some heat. Man. I gotta come out with some heat. You know what I'm
Oh, I got
saying?
some good
So
stuff
anyway,
coming my way in the next few weeks. I
oh,
still
I
got some stuff
I
coming.
believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. I've been. Don't worry. I know what y'all got already. So I already know what y'all got. So I'm not. I got powers. I got powers. And shit. All right. Anyway, let me be serious. So after the release of the Miss Thing album, she pretty much just stayed busy, performing, appearing on TV shows and everything like that too. So pretty much, when it came to her label, Rowdy Records, which you guys should know was actually owned by Dallas Austin, because L.A.
Mhm.
Reid gave him that record label and
Mhm.
stuff like that too. Miss Thing was pretty much Rowdy Records' first major success, because he had people like Illegal, which Illegal, they were pretty good on the hip hop market and everything like that too. He had Jamal, he had the King and I, because they came out with an album, Contemporary Jeep Music, which that's a fucking underrated hip hop classic. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? So
Rampage.
yeah, Rampage, yes. I forgot
Yep.
about Rampage, yes. But yeah, so pretty much, enter Clive Davis, because Rowdy was distributed by Arista Records, and with
Mhm.
Miss Thing being like the first major success from that label, he wanted Rowdy Records to go to a more poppy direction. So
Mhm.
pretty much, they had like a lot of disagreements, and Arista pretty much stopped being distributed by were just distributing Rowdy Records music by 1998. So
Mhm.
he tried to go independent for a bit, which really didn't really work out for him. So
Mhm.
Rowdy Records pretty much folded in 1998. But that does not mean he stopped working with Monica. As you can see,
Mhm.
he's also the executive producer. But then you also have Clive Davis. Now you
Mhm.
guys should know this is around the time Clive Davis was on his let me make let me resurrect a musician who did not have a lot of commercial success, or let me just pop make your shit more popular, more blockbuster and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
with this album, got a more bigger budget. You know what I'm saying? It got more different producers, and around this time too, Monica, she appearing on soundtracks and everything like that, which we'll talk about that later on. And pretty much, she also started acting. She was on an episode of Living Single, and she
Mhm.
also appeared on Beverly Hills 90210 twice too.
Mhm.
So also too, her big mainstream success came when not only did she do the Space Jam soundtrack with the song "For You I Will,"
Mhm.
but she also collaborated with Brandy with the song "The Boy Is Mine," which that song appeared on Brandy's first album, Never Say Never, which I feel like that's a very dope album. I need to get my hands on that album too. You know what I'm saying? Also with that, with Clive Davis seeing the success that song brought and wanted Monica to go a more mainstream approach, he pretty much, capitalized on that success and made this album titled The Boy Is Mine, which kind of planted the seeds to the whole Brandy and Monica situation, which I'm going to talk more about that, when we actually talk about The Boy Is Mine.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, this album came out in 1998. Very dope album cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. You can definitely tell just by the album cover. I'm sorry, just by the album cover, it was definitely a more mainstream approach. Because if you saw the Miss Thing album cover, you can tell it was like more street. The
Mhm.
the pose, held the title Miss Thing and
Yeah.
whatnot. You would think that she's a member of the Spice Girls, just dressed up like this and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a shade, because this was definitely the style back in 1998. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because we don't have with this we don't have No, just one of them things. No, before you walk out my life. You know what I'm saying? Those. I mean, you still had a little bit of that hip hop soul, but this was
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. And I was just talking to this before you came on. Try. This is definitely a Mariah Carey syndrome album. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And like I said before, when I say Mariah Carey syndrome, I don't mean the album was bad, but they were definitely a lot more ballads, a lot more like cover songs. Which, spoiler alert, I don't like the cover songs on this album. Just letting you know, because I don't like the original songs.
Wow.
Just letting y'all know right now. So, and a lot of songs that she covered were like adult contemporary songs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm talking like those that '80s adult contemporary, that
Yeah,
Richard
yeah.
Marx, ugh, which I
Yeah,
fucking
you're not
hate
a fan
that.
of Richard Mark?
You didn't
Nah,
like right here waiting.
I've always hated that song. This
Mm,
spoiler alert.
mm.
It's one of those. It's one of those. How can I put this? How can I put this? You ever watch a bad teen movie and pretty much at
Yeah.
that last scene when the popular girl realizes that the geek was the real true love of her life and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, and
Yeah.
they play this soft ass music when they kiss and embrace one another.
The sappy music. The sappy
Yeah, the
music.
sappy music. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just throw that shit out there. Other than that,
Crazy.
you know what I'm saying? You said
Mm-hmm.
what?
So you're crazy.
How am I crazy? How am I crazy?
When are you not crazy?
Well, I know you like Richard Marx.
I like some of his songs, but I don't look at every artist that had a ballads as the Mariah syndrome. You said that about Tony Braxton too,
About
Well,
secrets.
yeah,
I remember him. Yeah, I remember him mentioning that about secrets. Yeah.
right?
yeah. I know
So
what I
they all
said.
pattern themselves after Mariah now.
I didn't say they. I said the power to be. You know what I'm saying?
Tony, Monica,
Like
who else was in there?
the management, the
It's
record label,
escape
the
traces
execs.
of my lip.
Oh my lord,
Right.
Escape was not trying to be like Mariah Carey.
I never said they were trying to be. I just said a
No,
You,
lot
you
of
say you're saying
songs
their ballads
that's not what
was
he's
like
saying.
Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey esque. They wanted that international, like
Appeal,
like I said,
international appeal.
yes. When One Sweet Day came out with Boys
Mm-hmm.
to Men, that
Mm-hmm.
international appeal was insane,
Yeah.
and
So when you
everybody
have a
wanted
song
to.
like when you have a song like the Deborah Cox song, was that
Nobody's supposed to be here.
yeah? She trying to be like Mariah?
Try. I never said she was trying to be like Mariah. When I
I
say
know.
Mariah Carey syndrome,
Mhm.
when I say Mariah Carey syndrome, if you remember a lot during like the mid '90s, a lot of Mariah's like the music box era, a lot of their songs were like was the biggest songs, like the ballads,
Mm-hmm.
Hero, you know what I'm saying? Then once that Daydream, Always Be My Baby, One
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Day,
Mm-hmm.
all that shit, you know. And by the mid to late '90s, a lot of labels, let's just say like Tony Braxton, for instance, her first album, it definitely had a little bounce to it. I'm not saying it was like hip hop soul.
Right.
It was like a lot more mid tempo songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you mean the world to me. You know what I'm saying? But then they had this melodic songs like Seven Whole Days and shit like that too. But then Secrets came out. It was
Mm-hmm.
pretty much primarily all ballads and stuff like that. Yeah, you had your "You're Making Me High" and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, but at the same time, it had that slow groove to it. You know what I'm saying? Which I love that record. "You're Making Me High." I love that record. But then I've always said I never liked "Unbreak My Heart." I never liked that song. You know what I'm saying? "Escape." You know, the first album, "Humming Coming at You," hip hop soul that had
Hmm.
just kicking it. But at the
Right.
same time, you also had your ballads too, but with their ballads, it was still had that little street edge to it, like understanding that street gospel edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got your off the hook. You know what I'm saying? They were starting to clean themselves up a little bit, but then by the time Traces of My Lipstick came out, that
Mm-hmm.
was when they really started becoming more songstress and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which again, Still like that album. I don't know if I like it as much as the first two though. But I'm not
Have
saying
you,
the album's a failure.
have you done a video on this?
I might actually do a video on this. I might, but
To
I
explain
want
to
to.
people that Mariah started a wave for everybody else is what you're saying?
I have to think about how I'm going to formulate this video because that's why I want to listen to a lot more late '90s R&B albums. I haven't really peeped like, especially like from a lot of the women, like Deborah Cox and shit like that too. So I want to get into her discography at one point. Um,
Tamia,
but who?
Tamia,
Ooh,
is
that's
she is
another
she,
great
is
one.
she in that category?
I haven't really heard a lot of Tamia stuff. I haven't heard a lot of her albums in full, so I can't really comment on that.
I have all her albums.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. We definitely when we talk about Tamia, I definitely got to let Ash in on this one. But let's talk about this album because I definitely want to get into where the Mariah Carey syndrome happens in certain of these certain songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm not dissing this album. I like this album though, but you know me, I'm an honest reviewer. Now I'm an honest listener.
Hmm.
So at the same
I
time,
want
I
to
feel
see
like
your rating for this album. Then
okay, all right, cool. You'll be surprised like you always are. But
Mm.
oh
track
Lord,
number one, Street Symphony. Now, out of all the songs on this album, this is definitely a song that I definitely believe could have easily been on the first album or continued where the first one left off at. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this was produced by Dallas Austin. Very dope beat. It's pretty much just about a hustler whose girlfriend wants him to change his lifestyle up and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like she kind of honestly, I kind of feel like even though it was written and produced by Dallas Austin, it definitely kind of fit because Monica was fucking with C Murder at that time and
Hmm.
some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? You said what?
you, you wanted to see Murder feature?
No, no, no. I'm trying to say
Mm-mm.
because I feel like it definitely was speaking in real life. That's what I was trying to
Right.
say. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
free C Murder. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Free
yeah,
C
He ain't
yeah.
Murder.
coming out.
Let that man
But
out already.
He ain't coming out. Well, you never know. They released BG recently, so
if,
maybe
if,
he
if
will come out of him.
and they're gonna release Selena's Killer next year, right?
Really?
They're gonna
Wow.
release her next
Yeah,
year.
I heard about that
Yeah.
too. Oh. Speaking of since people gonna be getting out sometime soon, Big
Big Meech
Meech.
coming out next year.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
The system is
Okay. What?
sucks.
Okay. So is R. Kelly coming out too, or what?
Yeah, he next. He gonna be
Oh my God!
2026.
Don't.
He coming out.
Oh my God! Stop!
He
Stop!
coming out
Stop!
too.
Stop! Stop!
And he ain't kill nobody.
Well,
So
Shannon Sharp interview. Shannon Sharp next interview.
Stop!
Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But anyway, I love Street Symphony. Definitely. Also too. This song also features the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. You know what I'm saying? So definitely one of Dallas Austin's best beats.
I did not know
See
that.
that? A symphony. Interesting.
I
That's all
like
I
it.
gotta say.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was good. I love the strings on it and Monica singing it. It's almost like a a love gone bad. You know what I'm saying? And this is like a her last plea to her man to like get out of the streets and be with her. And I loved it. And there's a video for it also.
Definitely.
Mm.
Oh God.
I had no idea that that there was a video for Street Symphony, let alone it being a singer. I'm gonna just let everyone know right now. The only songs I remember when this album came out, and this album came out before I even turned 5. So um yeah, yeah. The only songs I know that I remember hearing on the radio on repeat constantly was "The Boy Is Mine," "Angel of Mine," and of course, "For You I Will" from the Space Jam soundtrack, and they would sometimes play it on the radio every now and again. But everything else that are deemed singles off this album I never heard of. But Street Symphony, I'll admit it was a good way to start off the album. Shout out to Dallas Austin, the creative genius that he is. Um, I had no idea the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra had played a role in this either. That's also speaking something right there, especially. I mean, they did their thing too, and overall, this was a good track to start off the album. Like I said before, not
Mm.
bad.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. All right, I have a lot to say about this next song, so I got to be preparing myself. So next song, "The Boy Is Mine,"
Mhm.
featuring Brandy.
Mhm.
This also was also on the Never Say Never album. You
Mhm.
know, um, very great song. I do admit it's an R&B classic.
Mhm.
It was inspired by Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney's "The Girl Is Mine" from Thriller.
Part two.
Of
Mm.
course, excuse me.
Part two. You say.
I guess so. Yeah. This is a great song. I love this record. I love the chemistry between Brandy and Monica. You know what I'm saying? I remember growing up, I always hearing this song on the radio growing up and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But this song also has some controversy. You know what I'm saying? Because this kind of started this song kind of started the beef. I would say beef because there was an incident that happened between Brandy and Monica. And like I said before, the whole naming the album after the Brandy song, which that was mostly Clive Davis's part, if I'm not mistaken. And what ended up happening was when they were doing the music video, which had Mackay Pfeiffer, you know what I'm saying? There was a scene that Brandy put her hand in Monica's face, and Monica apparently did not like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they had an incident where they were arguing the VMAs, and this was they never really actually met. They never really actually met. They weren't even at the studio when they did The Boy Is Mine. They did that shit in separate locations and stuff. They
Mhm.
actually met together. They performed it the first time. They were supposed to perform at the VMAs, but before they performed, Brandy and Monica got into a huge disagreement that Monica punched Brandy in the face.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
Dallas Austin
Take that,
said
Brandy.
this in the interview.
Take that,
This is not
Moesha.
no alleged shit. Dallas Austin confirmed this because there's motherfuckers that will be on these channels talking about, oh, that's alleged. No,
Mhm.
Dallas Austin said he confirmed
I
that.
saw
He
that. That
confirmed
was
that
the
shit.
DJ Vlad interview. He said that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
Mhm.
so apparently they also got into it in the Angie Martinez show. But it wasn't really until like when Whitney Houston, well, before Whitney passed away, like around the early 20 teens, that they actually squashed that beef because they did that other song
It
together
all
and stuff
belongs
like
to me.
that too. It all belonged. Yep. Thank you, Ashley.
Mhm.
And the song was so successful that it actually won a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a duo or group with vocals. And you know what we always do? We got to see the nominees. We got the Puff Daddy of Gospel, Kirk Franklin, featuring R. Kelly, Crystal Lewis, Mary J. Blige, and Bono for Lean on Me.
The sex addict.
Yeah, the Sex Addicts. Yeah, yeah. We got Lauryn Hill and DJ Angelo with Nothing Even Matters. Wow, Lauren did not win that award. Wow,
Mm.
So
interesting.
stop.
And I love that Nothing Even Matters
Hmm.
song. I love that
Right.
record. Casey and JoJo with All My Life. I hate that song.
I got
I'm
sick of
gonna.
hearing that song.
Oh my
I got sick of hearing
god.
that song
I
more
actually
and
have that
more because
album around here. I don't know where the hell it's at though.
no. Look, no. After a while, I got tired of hearing that song.
I think the CD
Same.
walked away.
I
You
think I
know.
got the second album. I think I have to double look. And the Temptations for Stay from the Phoenix Rising album, which I love that. That's an underrated Temptations album. Even though literally everybody was dead and they had some newer members, but
The
Mm.
New
it was still a
Temptation.
great album. Well, not necessarily because they still had Ron Tyson.
Oh,
He was still there and stuff like that too. But
Mm.
Melvin had passed
The
away.
classic lineup, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic lineup is gone.
but that album is still a classic. Temptations. I don't give a damn what no one say. And the video was also popular. It actually got nominated for 2 VMAs for Video of the Year and best R&B video. And for video of the year, it lost to Madonna's "The Ray of Light," which
What?
I'm not surprised. I'm
That's
not
crazy.
surprised. That video was
That was
dope. I'm not gonna hold
that
you.
was good, but better than Boy's Mind now. Not even
Other
from
other
Madonna.
nominees, other nominees was Puff Daddy. It's all about the Benjamins Rock remix, which I hate that remix.
Hate that remix.
I
Yeah, I
didn't like
hate
that
that.
one
You
either.
don't need a remix
But
for
I,
that song.
Puffy screaming like he's Marilyn Manson. That should
Right.
never that
You don't
should
need a
never
remix for
happen.
that song.
no, you don't.
He should have been sued for that. Will Smith, I'm getting jiggy with it. I don't give a fuck. I love that video. That was a hot
Getting jiggy
video.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Minus
And
the tropical suit he had on this shit.
and The Verve with Bittersweet Symphony, which is a classic record. I love that
Yeah,
record.
yeah,
So
I like that song too.
yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say about The Boy Is Mine. I know I said too much, so
This is an iconic record that got overplayed. You know, the
yeah.
video got played every hour on MTV and BET, and a song about two women basically being played by the same dude. And you know, in the video, Makai Pfeiffer plays that guy, and I loved it. I think both of them were great on the song vocally, and you know, people have their favorites, and I don't. I think it was good to put it on both albums, but Monica actually named her album "The Boy's Mine." You know what I'm
Clive
saying?
Davis did.
So Clive Davis did that. He knew what he was
Yeah.
doing. That's good
He knew
promotion, good marketing.
yeah.
That's good
Smart
marketing.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, they were great. They were definitely like at the forefront, at least for me, when it came to R&B like female singers. Like Brandy did her thing, great actress, great singer, still doing her thing. Monica to me has been underrated for a long time, and it was just a great song, and I think I wish they had did more stuff with each other. You know what I'm saying, like a EP or album or something. But
Mm-hmm.
this was great.
Yeah, The Boy Is Mine, I know was. I remember hearing the song constantly on the radio whenever I went on field trips or was going out with my mom or any other place you could possibly imagine back then. Like vocally, they both killed it, and it's one of those timeless songs that I never get sick of hearing. Um, I remember watching the video a couple of times, and yeah, yeah, pretty much any female who probably been in the same situation or can relate to it, like both of them talking to the same guy, and oh, he dogging both of them out, and then they'd be like, okay, so what am I gonna do about it? Pretty much so, but I was not surprised. Like at the end of the video, they pretty much flipped the script on him when they both showed up, and they were like, "Yep, yeah,
Wrong again.
And, and
yeah."
I got a question. Who won? If between them, who won the boy? And would they should they do a part two to the song?
They technically did a part two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
part
what I was
two.
about to say. Like when it all belongs to me.
Right. I remember that joint.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that one too. Cause
So who got the guy then? Did they get rid of them both, or did he go back to one of them?
I would believe that they both pretty much dropped him. I mean, come on.
Like,
Bad enough you
like,
played me out, but then you ended up playing out another
'cause,
female in the
in
process. Like, really?
in reality, when it's two black women that's fighting over the same dude, one of them going back to him. You know,
It wouldn't be me in that situation. I know that.
right? The other chick, Tatiana, we'll call her. She probably go back to him.
Mm,
Lord, this nigga said
ugh.
Tatiana.
You know,
All right. So we all said our thoughts.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So next song we got is called "Ring the Bell." You know what I'm saying? This is another pretty dope song right here. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Austin also did this beat right here. Very, very fire joint. You know, yeah, this was a banger.
Yeah, this is fire. Like just ring the bell, right? That's what we doing.
Yeah, ring the bell.
Ring the
Yep.
bell.
Yeah, this was dope. I love the slow beat. You know, the way that Monica sang her vocals over the track. You know, the background vocals. It was a banger.
Yeah, ring the bells was definitely a dope track. I kind of wish there was would have been like a promo single or something.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all this: who had a better ring the bell, Monica or Beyonce?
You mean ring the alarm?
Ring it along.
Oh, yeah, ring the alarm.
I was thinking the Will Smith ring the bell, ring my bell joint.
I was thinking the MC Hammers ring them.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
Well,
I don't even
who had
remember
a
the
better?
hammer joint.
Was that from the Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him album?
No, I think it was Let's Get It Started.
Well, I have that joint. I gotta re-listen to that album. That was when Hammer was actually rapping and shit.
Right?
Yeah, this was
It
long
was
before Pumps and a Bump and the Funky Headhunter. Like, so let's
up
just
in the
Uh,
bump.
yeah.
well, I did feel like that had some of his best rapping too, believe it or not.
What?
What the
But
Funky
some of
Lord,
them,
Headhunter?
some of them beats saved the song. That's all I'm gonna say.
Lord,
Yeah.
never liked that album.
It's in the quiet. It's better than Too Legit to
Just,
Quit though.
just watching the video for Pumps in the Bump and having
You mean
him
both
rocking those
versions
speedos,
of
I was
it
like,
or one
I'm
of them?
not buying this shit.
It's it's all good. Fucking dissing Redman Tribe, Run DMC.
No,
He was trying to diss the whole East Coast and shit.
right? The whole East Coast. So he
Yeah,
started
yeah.
the coastal feud. It wasn't Pac, it was Hammer.
Mm.
Well, there's technically, believe it or not, try a lot of hip hop historians point out like when he was doing a lot of the global the breakthrough for hip hop and stuff like that, a lot of East Coast acts were throwing shit. A lot of historians did say that shit. So you may be onto something.
It was Hammer that started that shit. And Pac would still be alive if it wasn't for Hammer.
Chill out.
Dancing in his parachute pants and shit. Eating Taco Bell.
So maybe Suge Knight was talking about Hammer and shit.
Right? Right, maybe he was. He was talking about Hammer. It wasn't Puffy after all.
Mm.
Let me stop.
Mm. Mm.
Track number 4, The First Night. One of my favorite Monica songs right here. You know what I'm saying? This samples Diana Ross's Love Hangover. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a party anthem right here. You know what I'm saying? Very, 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 very great track. This is actually a second #1 song. You know what I'm saying? This was produced by Jermaine Dupri, one of Jermaine Dupri's illest beats. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I actually like this better than the remix he did. 'Cause I don't know
Is it a
Jermaine
remix for
Dupri.
this?
I don't know.
There's
Yeah,
a remix
with
for
the
this?
brat. Yeah,
Why? Why you need a remix for this?
I don't know Jermaine Dupri. I don't know. Like when I give him some credit, he be coming up with some whack shit, even at his prime. Like that
Lord,
Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married remix with
I
Run
love that.
DMC.
I
I
love
like.
that
I hate
See, I
remix.
like that
I
remix. I like that
love
one.
it.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
you're
I don't
bugging.
know what y'all see. I don't know what y'all see. That
Jagged
was
Edge
when
can
Run
sing. What
Listen
you
to
DMC.
them
mean?
songs. You
What
could
you?
play at
They
a wedding
then went so
reception.
took
Everyone be on
over
the
after
dance
New
floor,
Edition
getting it in.
left.
Like,
Yeah,
LSG shits all over Jagged Edge. Thank you very
but
much.
LSG did come out with a
oh
lot of
my
stuff. They only had
goodness.
like 2 albums,
Yeah,
and
that's what
then
I'm about
Jail
to
Run
say.
dropped
Too.
in.
LSG only had 2 albums. Jagged Edge had
Yeah,
more than them.
yeah, and 112.
Yeah.
They were like the only 2 groups that were actually singing. Nobody counted Pretty Ricky.
No, not them. Not B5. Not
Yeah,
Oh God.
or B2 Gay, whatever the hell they call their show.
B2K.
Yeah, yeah, B2K. My bad.
Oh, let's not forget about them
Chill.
budget R&B groups like Profile.
Yeah, Profile. I didn't even remember them. What was their profile?
Right, I never heard of them either.
Liar,
I
the
didn't even remember
house,
those.
the dog.
Mm.
You know,
I just never
Ain't
liked
nobody was
Jagged
checking for
Edge.
them.
I just never liked it. And you gotta remember, Boyz II Men was putting out some bad music that time
that
too.
that's why Jagged Edge and One Toe was big during that
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
They were coming out
yeah.
with great music.
Yeah.
There was no New Edition around. New Edition after that Bad Boy album,
But
they were
anyway,
like, "Yo, let's truck,
It
let's."
was
yeah.
like they were out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah,
pretty
they were like,
much.
"Let's hide." Well, that album was bad,
Yeah.
you know. I love
But
this
yeah,
song. I think
man.
it's a bop, man. I think
Definitely love the video to this.
this is a bop, and I just felt like I get the message that Monica was putting out there, but I'm like, come on, Monica, like you know and I know that some people do get down on the first night. Let's be real about that. Men and women do,
I do.
and she probably even did it. Reg was ready to raise his hand, like I
Oh
did
my
me.
God,
You know
yo.
what I'm saying? I'm like, we know Monica might have even did that her damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I get
Oh
the
my
message,
God.
but yeah, that shit actually happens in real life.
I mean, I have to be honest though. I have to be honest.
Mm. Okay. All right. The first night I liked it. I liked it. It was pretty well produced. Track by JD. I give him credit for that. I didn't know this was a single, and I didn't know there was like a video for this. To
Yep.
be honest, but I get where Monica was coming from. But then I think back at that point, excuse me, during the late '90s or just the entire decade in general, or years prior to that, it was considered taboo to even do stuff like that, like get down on the first night. But nowadays, people don't give a fuck now.
Right,
As long as you have that condom.
Like we grown, we gonna do what we want to do. We don't give a damn what
right.
no one thinks
That part.
about it.
And I still ain't got no kids.
Look at you.
Mm.
Yes, you do. They gonna hit you up when you like 40. They gonna hit you up. That's daddy.
Oh my
Like,
God,
daddy,
That's why
what
he got
about
the
child
someone
support?
that's why he got
hitting
the
Reg
thing. That's
up
daddy.
like,
He already know.
oh my God, I can't even.
So you
I
fuck. So you the
cannot.
one who fucked my mama.
Oh my God, you better hope that don't happen for real. Like
But I forgot to tell y'all.
what?
So I have a little trivia though. So
What?
originally, this was originally supposed to have been on the soundtrack to South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. But guess who the
What?
Monica
What?
was not supposed to have been the singer. Guess who was this supposed to be for? You'll never
Who? Britney
guess.
Spears? Britney Spears.
Janet Jackson.
Oh
Janet?
Lord. Nah.
So this would have technically been the first song Janet and Jermaine Dupri would have worked on.
Wow.
Uh,
Well, at least he would have gave her a hit.
Wow.
At least he would have gave her a hit.
I could not see
Yo,
Janet doing this.
this could
Never.
have easy. I could. This could have
He would
easily
he
been
would
I
have gave her a hit record.
I don't know.
that.
That don't. Okay, now I got mixed feelings about it. I don't know if that would have worked back then. I mean,
I can see Janet in her Janet Velvet Rope era.
yeah, Janet Velvet Rope
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
I'll say All For You. Y'all forget
All
All
for
For You
you.
was
yeah.
a
All for you for
sexual
good.
ass.
Any of those. It
That
could be
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
any of
sexual
those.
ass album, man.
yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure.
That was way more
Which
sexual
okay,
than the
out of
Janet
all those we
period.
just listed, which one was really more sexual than the other, or neck and neck?
I think All For You and Discipline was more sexual than any of her other stuff.
I thought
Cause
All for You
This,
cause
and
she
Demita
wasn't she
Joe
was like
was.
moaning on a lot of those skits and everything.
I thought
yeah.
All for You and Demita Joe were more sexual.
Well,
I,
one of
I
those
even
albums
got.
she was like moaning and shit on. It's like she had like a couple of interludes where she was like moaning and playing with
She
herself
was
on them.
doing that on All for You. She did
Right.
that
No lie.
for I think I want to say Demita Joe as well, and I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
her number one
That
hits
was like
album.
her porno era.
Uh,
You know.
Hey, yo, no lie. I kind of got a boner listening to Rhythm Nation myself, though.
oh my God!
You crazy. I don't hear nothing sexual on that album.
Hell yeah. Someday is that someday is
I was about
here.
to say Someday Is Tonight is a
Yeah.
little erotic and
Mm.
sensual.
Um.
That
Hell,
that is
fucking.
a socially conscious album. I don't want to think about Janet in her black cat phase.
Man, you can be sexy and socially conscious at the same time.
Who said she couldn't?
Hey, I never looked at Sister Soldier like that.
Mm, okay.
I never looked at Tracy Chapman like that. What's up?
Right?
Mm,
Oh man.
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, but if Megan Stallion gets on the podium and does some of that I have a dream, I'll be like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah,
Mm.
she like half naked. Fucking,
All
man.
right.
Mm. Mm.
Anyway, next song, Misty Blue. Now this was pretty much a little country song that was more famous from Dorothy Moore. It was like a deep soul country. I never liked this song. I
Wow.
never liked this song. Just being
Mm.
real with you. It always gives me plantation vibes. I'm gonna be real with you. Like this song always gives me plantation
Uh,
vibes.
What the
mm.
hell?
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. I like that. I think it's a classic song, classic ballad.
I like
Yeah.
Monica did a thing singing it. Don't get me wrong though, but it just I
Wow.
don't wanna
I I did not like Misty Blue. I'm sorry. I did not. I mean, I knew it was a cover of something, but I just didn't know to like who did it originally. Because I'm to me, it gave me those '50s vibes, and I already know that period for our people was not good at that time, and I think it was that made me
mm-mm.
not like it. And to me, I felt like it just. I mean, Monica did her thing, and all. Don't get me wrong, but I felt like it went on too long to me. I didn't like it.
I agree.
So when y'all hear songs like sitting at the dock of the bay or down by the river, that don't give y'all like slave plantation vibes?
Absolutely not. Sitting on a dock with a bay gives me
No,
nostalgic
no, I don't
vibes.
think that when I hear "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay." But my mama don't like that song. She told me this.
Right.
Whoa. Don't let BJ hear you say
I asked
that.
my mom this. Why don't you not like this song? She just
Oh man. Now he can hate
I
her.
don't know like I don't know what her reason behind that song. She don't like that one. She don't like Lenny Williams because I love you because she feels like he was
Okay.
begging on that song.
Yeah, I get her. I get her on that. I hate
Yeah,
that
yeah,
song
yeah.
too.
I kind of see
Girl,
what
you
she's
know
saying.
I love you. I was like, what
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
doing
yeah.
here?
When he was doing all that, yeah, she did not like that when he was like doing the all that.
R.
No.
Kelly did that. He was begging a lot.
But, but R. Kelly, see, R. Kelly did it with style. He had
Yeah,
charisma
yeah,
because he was
Mhm.
outright saying, "I want to have sex." Because back
Mhm.
in the day, niggas were metaphorical. This nigga was saying,
Right.
"Sex
yeah,
me."
yeah.
It seems like
It's
you're
like
ready.
a hidden message in it. You wouldn't think.
Right. You remind me of my Jeep. Half on a
Yep,
baby. Now,
yep.
who he was singing those songs to, I don't know.
Right.
But them songs were bangers and shit.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm in a good mood. I'm on fire tonight, B.
Mm.
Now, I don't know who you were singing these songs to, but I love them
We
songs and
have
shit.
no
That's all I'm
idea.
saying.
Right, right, right.
Oh God. Oh God. But anyway, so we all said our thoughts on Misty Blue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, next song, Angel of Mine. Now, I never knew this song was a cover, too.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either. I thought this was like an original.
I thought so too. But at the same time, I tell you the international flavor.
Mm-mm.
When I tell you, it was they covered a group called a British girl group called Eternal. They
I
had a
never
song
heard
a
of
year
Eternal.
before. I never heard of Eternal either.
They're eternally gone. I never heard of
Mm.
But why is this nigga so childish, man?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Anyway, but let me tell y'all something. This has always been. This might possibly be my favorite song on the album. Yep,
Mine
a
too.
mushy ballad. Yeah,
Mm.
surprisingly. You know what I'm saying? But this one was pretty dope. It gave, like I said, it has that Mariah Carey syndrome ballad heavy song. You know what I'm saying? International flavor. You know what I'm saying? But again, that don't mean it's a bad record when I say that. You know what I'm saying? Just letting y'all know. But yeah, man. So pretty much, they pretty much altered the lyrics a little bit because that's what Clive Davis wanted
Mm.
and stuff. You know what I'm saying too. So that way, they can still get some songwriting credits as well too. You know what I'm saying? So very, very, very dope track. This might be one of his signature tracks. I love it.
Yeah, Monica killed the vocals on this. Her singing was great. You know, the beat, the synthesizers on it, the guitars, classic record.
Definitely.
I had no idea this was originally done by a girl group that I didn't know existed. That's
Me
one
too.
thing. Yeah, but Monica did her thing. This will be one of her, I guess, one of her signature songs now. Cause you know, like how like when Whitney did "I Will Always Love You" and it was originally done by Dolly Parton. Whitney did her thing
Yeah.
on that one and made it her own. So that's I guess the equivalent that I get from this. And this track will always be something in her discography that will be around for a long time, and people will always go back and re-listen. And then people who weren't around when this song came out can listen to it and be like, "Oh wow, this is good."
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But I'll always love Angel of Mine.
Me too. All right. Next song, Gonna Be Fine, featuring Outkast. You know what I'm saying?
Outcast.
Um, yes. Love this record. You know what I'm saying? Outkast at this time, they were writing. I think Aquemini was dropping a couple months before. That came out in September 23rd. You know, they were still getting ready for that album and shit like that. Love the vibe of this record. This record had a nice little vibe to it. I wish this was a bigger song because this is definitely a nice little song, especially keeping it in the whole Arista family. You know what I'm saying? Too. I like the line when Andre said, "Four food groups ain't nothing but four ways to keep four families paid." Oprah Winfrey one line when she was telling y'all silly ass about them steaks. you know, and it's kind of crazy too because it was just that recent news that Oprah Winfrey pretty much got kicked out or she left the Weight Watch because they were accusing her of taking them fucking pills and shit like that too to lose weight. That's crazy as hell, but yeah, very dope record.
This is dope. Good to hear Outcast, collaborating with another ATO, native, and the beat was fire. It had like the Run DMC sample in it. You got Big Boy saying, "So for one girl, when I met you, I'm gonna say this: she was fine. You travel around the block, I let you drop the like one time. Maybe your heart's at stake. Some of the people around you acting fake. Expect to kick up, wake up, fix and make up, because you're gonna be straight like that." Loved his flow. Andre did his thing. This was a single, but they needed a video for this. They don't have a video for this, and I love it.
Yeah, because Clive was too busy doing videos for Carlos Santana's whack ass album.
Oh, Lord, crazy.
"Gonna Be Fine" definitely was a good song, especially the collaboration with pretty much two artists based out of the Atlanta area. And of course, like anybody who's from Atlanta has that signature sound that no one else can touch. Same thing goes for the go-go sound in DC, to the various sounds of, for anyone who's from NYC, the G-funk sound that they got on the West Coast. That's what pretty much the vibes I got from "Gonna Be Fine." And this is another song that I never heard getting played on the radio ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Me neither. Alrighty. So after this record right here, we're gonna go into Inside. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Another very underrated joint right here. This was produced by David Foster and everything like that too. Yeah, this one I love the beat to this one. I didn't know this song was a single as well too. So yeah, this was fire.
Yeah, this is dope. I definitely like the nice ballad.
Yeah, I liked Inside. Pretty much another song off this album that I had no clue was a single, because, like I said, a lot of stuff that are listed as singles, not a whole lot of them were getting played all at the same time at that point back then. So there was no way I would have known this was one of them. But yeah, it's a great ballad by David Foster and Diane Warren being the writer for the song. She has so many great writing credits for artists and everything.
Definitely.
Hmm.
All right. Next song we got is called "Taken Back." Now you guys should always know that Sting sample. It's been used from everybody from Nas to Juice World. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I never actually liked that song to be real with you. But
Crazy.
you said what?
It's a classic record. Shape of My Heart.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I like the way Nas used it.
Yeah, you didn't like the way Black used it?
Nah,
Mm.
That was on their first album, on the Black album.
Yeah.
nah.
Oh man,
I'm good. I'm good on that one. I'm good. But yeah, yeah. But I like the song though. The song was pretty good. I like this one.
I love this song. This song was fire. The beat got some scratching on it. The bass line. Love the Sting sample. It was dope.
Yeah, I like Taking Back. I didn't realize that Sting sample was used until I was like, oh shit, now I know where it's from. But yeah, I've heard it getting sampled from other people as well. And yeah, this was not a bad track. I liked it.
I'm pretty sure Juice WRLD didn't know who the hell Sting was when he used that sample.
No, I doubt it. I doubt
You
it.
know, I think it wasn't even born.
No, no, because this song came out what in '93.
Yeah, the original one. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I heard
Sometimes
that
you
shit
never know.
when I was going to BJ's one day and I heard that shit. I was like, yo, who the fuck sampled this Sting joint? And they said it was Juice WRLD. I'm like, this nigga? I know he didn't know who the hell Sting was when he used that.
No, no, no.
That
A
shit
lot of
was
these people
I
crazy.
don't
never.
know who they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And that's the thing that kills me about when motherfuckers sample and shit like that.
do,
Because like look up the artist or some shit like that.
yeah.
Because
Do
exactly.
your research before you sample somebody's work.
Yep.
study the song. Don't
Study the
just
sound. Study the history
yes.
behind it. Like, do that.
Like don't just sample like the same
Yeah, don't
loop.
just sample just to make it sound good, make your record
Right.
sound good and shit. Like, and
Yep.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Now that you mentioned stuff like that, I don't even think Tory Lanez knew who Brownstone was when he
Yep.
sampled
He
their
didn't.
song for "Say It."
Hell no.
No, he
He
ain't
said he
know
Mm-mm.
who
didn't
they
know who they
were.
were.
Yeah. See,
No, no.
crazy.
It's
Like,
the
that's some
wicked.
shit.
It's
I
the
heard
wicked.
somebody sample the Mob Deep Quiet Storm joint, and that
Yeah,
was a
someone
sample
did
that
something.
that was a sample that they got from the White Lines joint.
Mm,
You know,
Dun, 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 dun,
crazy.
mm.
dun, 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 dun,
Very.
dun. Ooh. Every time I hear that beat, I just get chills, B. Especially that remix. Kim
Yeah,
had the
our
best
best, our
Kim
best,
verse. The
definitely.
best Kim verse. That's not even an opinion. That's a fact.
That to me is her best feature. That's my favorite one from him, from her.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of her last great features too. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be real with you.
Mm.
'Cause I don't know. Rest in peace, old Lil Kim. That's what I'm gonna say. Next song is called "Right Here Waiting" featuring 112.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've expressed my thoughts on this song. I've never liked this record right here. I never liked Richard Marx. Never liked his mullet. Never liked his sappy love songs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of kills me. This is actually my least favorite song on this album. Like, and I like 112. That's a gag. I like 112, but I never liked this record. Like, see, Misty Blue was one thing, but I'm just like, okay, now y'all trying to do too much with this. Come on, now, I don't listen to this shit.
this was a Crypt Keeper Clive decision for her to do that,
Yes, it
probably.
was. It
Yeah,
probably was. Yeah.
Mm.
yep. Let's make it black.
Wherever
And get one
you
more on.
go, wherever, like niggas don't be listening to Richard Marx like that. Nigga.
Not all niggas. Some niggas.
Yeah,
Let's make it black and get 112 on it.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
what that was all that mattered. That was all that mattered.
Yeah. I think it was okay. It's not beating the original one, but I think it was a nice rendition.
Is there a lot to beat with the original?
It's Richard Marx, you know.
You act like that's something that should
Well, I mean,
I
so
should be just Richard Marx.
I know some of these songs like Richard Marx and Brian Adams. I was never like a huge fan of them, but I know
Oh
some of these songs.
God, that's another one.
Oh
I hate his
man.
white T-shirt wearing Beverly Hills 90210 has. Yo, try. What is up with you, these niggas, man? What is up
Uh,
with you? These you listen.
You forgot
You really
I grew
listen.
up in the '80s, yo. These were songs that came out in the '80s when MTV was like huge, like coming up. This is what I was hearing.
right. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And I get it because I know I'm pretty sure my brother and sisters they grew
Yeah,
up during the 80s and 90s, and I'm sure they heard this stuff during that time too.
right.
So
Pop rock now. What is pop rock now compared to in the '80s? It's totally different now. You know,
It's more like pop rock with a hip hop authentic now.
right? It's
yeah,
pop rap. You know what I'm
pretty
saying? So
much.
it's like these songs was out on the radio at that time and the videos and shit.
Hmm.
You know, but I wasn't like a huge fan of them to go out and buy their vinyl, but I know some of these songs.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Understandable. I would just mess with you anyway.
it. Okay. Right here, waiting. I know the original. I heard it. I think the first time, like during like an old TV commercial when they were like, like what was that company called? when Time Life was having those infomercials like late at night for
Yes,
certain
I used
albums
to
and
love
CDs and
watching.
shit. And
I
this
I
remember
song
used to
was
those.
on
love
that
watching
list. It's
that.
like 40 greatest love songs or something like that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was on that list. I remember that too because yeah, they weren't playing it late at night. They were playing sometime during the daytime. I remember this too. And to me, I
Whew.
feel, don't get me wrong, the original version, Richard Marx version, it was good. I feel like it was unnecessary for Monica and 112 to do a cover of this. I could have done without it. That's just my take on it. If it ain't broke, don't
I'm
fix
not.
it.
I mean, it was already broken before, so I
Tell,
don't know
tell
what
that to
was wrong.
Whitney when she covered Dolly Parton's shit and made it bigger than Dolly Parton's version.
She made it her own. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Certain people who doing certain covers of other people's stuff, if they could do it to the point or take it to a whole another level that the original did or
Right.
didn't do to begin with, that's a whole other thing. That's same thing with the Jackson Five when they had that their song "All I Do Is Think of You," and when Troop did their rendition of it,
Yeah.
they took it to a whole other level with that.
Right.
People are more familiar with Troop's version of that song than Jackson Five version of "All
Yeah.
I Do Is Think of You." And
Yep.
they did the same thing with the Deals on "Sweet November."
Mm-hmm. Facts.
The less said about B5's version, the better.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
Vitamin
Who did it?
B12.
Who did it? B5?
B5 also did it too. They did it on
Oh,
106 in Park.
oh God.
What they do? They did "Sweet November."
No, they did their own cover. All I have to do is think of you because they had it on one of their albums.
Oh, I was never
I can't
into
wait to
B5.
get to
I was
school
never
each
into
day.
them. I was never into those guys growing up. I'm gonna be
Reg,
real.
was you a fan of Mindless Behavior?
Hell no,
One of my
nigga!
nieces
Don't
was a
even
fan
mention
of Mindless Behavior.
what is wrong with you.
Right? And you mentioning all these other fucking kiddie groups. I'm like, maybe you like Mindless Behavior.
No, I said
I
one of my
wanted to
nieces
get
like
to
Mindless
school each
Behavior.
day.
Now
That's too
I know in
stupid.
middle school when B5 was huge. I had a couple of girls in one of my classes who loved those guys.
Oh man. Them
I
niggas like
wasn't
grown
with
men
them,
now with
so
kids.
I wouldn't know any B5 song to save my life. I'm gonna just be real.
I'm still waiting for that bad boy story though. I'm still waiting for one of the
I'm
members to
not gonna hold my
say.
breath. I'm not even gonna hold my breath on that.
You stupid.
I wait for one of the members to say, "Yeah, Puffy stole my album because I didn't give him
Puffy
the
do less
goodies
than
and
me.
shit."
They gonna say Puffy.
Stop. Stop. But
Uh,
anyway, next song, "Cross the Room." What the fuck? Cross the Room. What the fuck? Okay.
Mm.
Anyway, This is actually a dope song. I just don't. The title kind of confused me. Okay.
Mm.
Um, her and her man about to go out and having a good time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little because you know when you're going out to parties and some shit. And I have a story actually. Fuck this.
Okay.
I have a story.
Storytime Reg. I miss these.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. So it was a night. It was a night I graduated and from undergrad, right?
Mhm.
And I was partying with some of my boys and shit. And
Yeah.
there was this fine ass light skinned chick that twerked on me, very thick as fuck, right? Then
Mhm.
this bitch ass motherfucker trying to say, "Hey man, that's my girl right there." I was like, "What's up?
Oh
Well,
my
chill out, man."
god.
That's
He
so I
ain't
was like,
punch
"What
you.
she did?" He said, "What?"
He ain't, he ain't punch you.
Ask that question again.
Mm. Mm.
Hell no, he was acting like a little bitch. So I said, "What's up, nigga? If you about that life, put your hands on me if you about that life and shit." And his girl was like, "Babe, stop, babe, stop."
Mm.
'Cause like I said, I hate when a couple goes to a party, right? And I'm just like this. If I have a girl, right, and I go to a
Mhm.
party with my girl
Mhm.
and shit like that, if I see her dancing with some motherfucker and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't gonna get mad because I'm gonna dance with some other females and shit, you know? And she gonna come
How
up with
you
me.
coming? How first of all, how you coming to the a party with your man and you talking on another nigga? That make no damn sense.
Mm.
Hey, this generation is funny. That's all I gotta say. This
No
generation is funny.
loyalty. What Chris Brown said? These hoes ain't loyal. I believe him.
This generation is
These
fickle, but
hoes
at the
ain't
same time,
loyal.
but I
Man,
love this record. Dallas Austin did this beat too.
that's fire. Yeah, like across the room. Like you talking about going to like a party or a club and
Yeah.
a guy across the room that she like or whatever. And it was like a dance joint.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what the
Yeah, I can tell.
that's pretty much the premise of what I got from this song across the room. That's what I got because just like what Try just said, I was just about to say the same exact thing. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it meant. Even though the title seemed a little confusing to Reg, I mean,
Mhm.
it was a dope song.
Yeah, that's that down south talk, right? I was
Across
like,
the room.
yeah, that's that ATL. That's that ATL.
Shit.
That probably might be an
That's-
Atlanta thing. I don't know. I don't know.
hey,
You
I
just
love
never know.
Atlanta.
You just never
Love
know.
Atlanta. And the last track, For You I Will. You know what I'm saying?
No,
No.
I've
You
talked
skip.
about
You
this.
skipped. I
keep it
keep.
to
I keep it
myself.
to myself.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, well, this was produced by Daryl Simmons, one of the most
Mm.
underrated R&B producers, man. Like you guys heard his name plenty of times on this channel
Yeah,
before.
Mhm.
not DMC, the other Daryl Simmons.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a very dope track and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely had like a nice little vibe to it. Another song like I could have definitely seen it on her first album. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Don't Take It Personal Light, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, nice ballad. I thought it was dope.
Yeah. I like keep it to myself. To me, I feel like it was an underrated song that could have been a possible single.
definitely. And the last track For You I Will. Now I've talked about this track on we talked about this track on the Space Jam soundtrack,
Yeah.
and I've always loved this track. This may be my second favorite track next to Angel of Mine. This is maybe my favorite Monica song, period. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Space Jam, let me tell you something. That Space Jam movie, the first one,
Yeah,
not that bullshit, not
Yes.
that bullshit LeBron
yeah.
tried to do and try to
That shit was
pass it
bang.
off as a comedy.
And he can't act.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know who was worse, his acting or Travante's acting than the Mia Culpa movie and
Don
shit.
Cheadle didn't even give a damn. He just it was a paycheck for him.
Man, Don Cheadle was he was like it was like he was playing Captain Planet in that fucking movie and shit, but without the makeup.
Right.
But yeah, love this song.
This is classic ballad. Love this the strings on it and The nice slow beat. Monica vocally was great on this classic record.
Right.
I pretty much said the same thing I said when we talked about the Space Jam soundtrack. It was one of those memorable songs from the film that I love that I still do to this day. As well as like all the other tracks that I mentioned when we discussed about Space Jam, the first one. But yeah, this was
All right.
definitely a great song that I never get tired of hearing every now and again, or if I hear it on the radio or something. I never get sick of it. Very well produced track by David Foster and well written by Diane Warren. Like I said, those two together they make magic.
I agree.
Hmm.
Very, very, very dope producers and songwriters. All right. So my analysis on this album, I actually love this album. You know what I'm saying? This is a very, very, very great album. I might have to say I like this a bit better than the first album, believe it or
Mm.
not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it has some of Monica's best vocals, the best songs. Is this my favorite album from her? I still got still standing over that. Which we're going to talk about the album one because a lot of people be surprised that's actually my favorite one. Because that song had the album had everything I am, everything to me. Excuse me.
Yeah,
You know
everything
what
to me,
I'm
because
saying?
we know
Yeah,
it got elements from Denise Williams.
yes, that was a big record. But back to this album. This was the album that really just transitioned her from really just like streetwise, the streetwise chick, to like a R&B songstress and everything like that too. I feel like this is a very important step when it comes to like a musical journey. You know what I'm saying? I do admit it's a lot of the cover records was probably like my least favorite things on this album. Minus Angel of Mine. I did not know that song was a cover. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because I don't like the original records. You know what I'm saying? So I'm, I'm gonna give this record a 4.5 out of 5.
I think it's a great sophomore album. They stepped up the promotion and the biggest songs for her to sing, and she vocally she killed it. With the renditions and the ballads, and we had the up tempo joints. The Boy's Mind, classic collab with her and Brandy. First Night was a bop. Street Symphony, the Outcast joint. Love that one. Angel of Mine. I'm giving it 5 mics. I think it's one of her best albums. I remember going to the record store with my cousin. My cousin had flew in from the Caribbean, and he bought it on vinyl, and he played it every day when he was here until he left. You know what I mean? I'm like it was just a groundbreaking R&B album at that time. For Monica, and I think it's great. Love the production. Dallas Austin and Jermaine Dupri, Darryl Simmons, all did they thing.
Yeah, I'll admit this was a great sophomore album for Monica. As much as I love Miss Thing, I also love Angel of Mine. It had a lot of great songs on here. A few of them I did not know were singles back then, and the ones that were familiar to me, as I mentioned earlier, was "The Boy Is Mine," "Angel of Mine," "For You I Will." But all the other
Yes.
stuff was just new to me, and I had no idea "Angel of Mine" was a cover for a band called Eternal. I had no idea who they are. Never listened to any of
Me
their stuff, so
me
that's news
too.
to me. Um, Production, songwriting was on point from JD to Diane Warren, David Foster, Daryl Simmons. I mean, everyone killed it. I give this album 4.5 out of 5.
Dope ratings, everybody. All right, y'all. I'm actually about to end this off right here because I gotta get ready to do my deliveries because it's the early evening and I'm not trying to stay up too late doing this shit. But this has been a very fun review. A lot of hot takes tonight. um, so I'm not gonna come back until Friday. No, we got a couple things we're gonna do on Friday
Mm-hmm.
at 7:30. Um, We're gonna do me, tribe, bass, and we're gonna talk about Common's interesting album, Electric Circus. You know what I'm saying? A very underrated album. You know. Um, Also that day at 11 p.m., we're actually gonna do a movie review called we're gonna do Hoodlum, the classic
Well,
Lawrence Fishburne movie. You know that
Tubi
movie's free
premiere.
on YouTube. You said what?
It's on Tubi.
And it's on YouTube too.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I love Hoodlum, man. Man, that's a movie I was trying to talk about for years and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
But
yeah.
you want to talk about Tyler Perry and Kelly Rowland.
You said what?
I said, you don't want to talk about the Tyler Perry and Kelly Rowland film.
I never said I didn't want to talk about it. I just said I'm not going to say a lot of good thoughts about it. You know, that's the
That's
difference.
good black acting right there.
You said good black. Have you seen Travante's acting in that movie?
The private investigator.
No, that's Ronrico Lee,
Who
the
are you
fucking
talking about?
painter, the
He
nigga
was
that he
okay.
got naked with.
He was alright. I mean, he was alright. He was. It wasn't no Morgan Freeman, but he was okay.
I don't want him to be Morgan Freeman. I want him to be Travante.
Well, I've seen him in other shit though, but he never had like no major leading role before. You know, he was alright. They got somebody to blow her back out in the movie. You know,
Oh my god, that's what everyone was talking about for that damn movie.
but that's what
I've seen
happened.
better. I've seen better sex scenes.
That's the sex scene was artistic.
Artistic. Have you seen the
Yeah,
sex scene at Jason's Lyric?
that
That was
shit wasn't
art.
artistic. Artistic was
That
when
was
they were boning
art.
in the
The
fucking
fuck
jungle.
you talking about?
They were boning in the
Oh my
forest. That wasn't
god.
no artistic shit.
Bro, it was not just boning in the forest. It's embracing the sexual desires
No,
in nature,
no,
my
knowing
friend.
knowing Jada, she probably really fucked Alan Payne in real life.
Stop.
Entanglement.
Okay, just stop.
Okay.
Just stop it right now. Like,
Oh my
That
goodness.
shit that she was boning Kelly with body paint all over them. Like that was artistic.
The sex scene in Purple Rain was better.
Oh, oh my
I'm
god.
joining. I'm joining Morris's group.
Slap. Yeah, that was so good.
Yo, what? Yo, can we talk about that? See how she came up the mirror like she was fucking Peter Pan or some shit. And then
Yeah,
she bought him that guitar. He's like, oh
right?
no, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm joining Morris's band. Ow.
Then the music has stopped. What?
Oh, dude.
He doesn't care about you.
Yeah. You jealous? Oh,
Yo, Purple Rain be having the weirdest transition. It can be a happy dappy
right.
scene. Then it can be some dark ass shit. And I was like,
That
what
was
the
that
fuck
was
about
Prince. That was Prince.
yo,
What you mean?
yo, the scene when Morris straight up threw that girl in the garbage can. No, Jerome.
Oh man.
They had that score. Oh, but no scene was as funny when Prince ran over Morris with the motorcycle.
Right? You long head motherfucker. You long head faggot.
Oh my god, yo, we gotta do a review on Purple Rain. That gotta be that
Yeah,
gotta fuck after Hoodlum and after Hoodlum before Mia Cole, we gotta do a review on Purple Rain.
the anniversary gonna be in what, June for that? I think April, June.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah, I think it was like June it came out or some shit like that.
Oh,
I
hold
forgot.
on, we can. Oh wait, it's the
No,
30th anniversary. Hold on,
yeah, it's like 40 years this year.
because I actually want to do it on the day of, just because I'm special.
I mean, shit, that's a great anniversary.
Yeah, July
Yeah,
27th though. That's a long way to go.
that's
Shit.
July. Yeah.
mhm.
It was in the
Yeah, I
summertime.
want to. Fuck it, it's still 40 years. We can still do Purple Rain.
But the album came out the day that Michael died in June,
Mm,
but the movie came out in July.
mm.
Yeah, I reviewed the album years ago, but I don't
Yeah.
mind re-review. But if I re-review it,
Hmm.
I want to talk more about like a lot of the B sides and the unreleased. I want to talk more about my favorite unreleased, like 17 Days
Right.
and stuff like that too. Erotic City. That
Yeah.
can be a because I didn't. I didn't really like the Purple Rain review I did when I
Okay.
first did. I didn't like it as much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we can re-review Purple Rain and do the
So
movie. Actually, if you're down, you're always invited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's what that movie just. Dad, get off! You go to her. Shit. Anyway, I'm actually about to end this off right here. You know what I'm saying? I think this album is still in print. I think they re-released this on vinyl, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all get your hands on this album. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta finish up the discography
Yeah.
or whatnot, cause I know the next one is All Eyes on Me, but she was supposed to have another album before All Eyes on Me that got shelved,
All
which
Eyes
we'll
on Me.
talk.
Mm.
Wait, I think that was yeah, it was All Eyes on Me. Then After the
Yeah.
Storm, because After the Storm came out in '03, which I know that has everyone's favorite Monica song, "So Gone," which I'm so fucking tired of that song. Based on
Wow.
that stupid challenge.
I love
Yeah,
that
that
song.
was. I
If you
was about
don't
to
know,
say that ruined it for me because before that, I never had a problem listening, hearing "So Gone," but then after that whole challenge happened, I'm like, y'all
Mm-mm.
done ruined
if you
that
don't know
song
the,
for me.
if you
Like,
don't know the
damn.
lyrics, shut the fuck up. If you don't know the lyrics, shut the fuck up, man.
Wow.
These motherfuckers making their own lyrics and shit. They're gonna get songwriting royalties from that shit. Fuck out of
Mm,
here.
Their own remix and shit.
mm.
Yo.
Oh god. But
Funny.
anyway, I hope y'all all have a good night. I'm about to make some money and shit. Y'all be
Mm.
safe.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.